Everyone is excited about the prospect of finally cruising again in 2021. So let's count it down to see when, where, and which cruise ship will be the first to leave a North American port.
As we count down, we will have guests from the high seas, cruise tips, hacks, cruise news, cruise deals. It'll be great.
Welcome to January 3rd, 2021, and this is your Countdown to Cruising 2021. We are going to be counting down to the first cruise line to leave a North American port. And by that, I mean a big three, either the US, Canada, or Mexico, and to see how it goes. And we're going to count it down. So there will be along the way those test cruises, but we really want to know that first cruise and what day it's going to be, where it's going to be, and which cruise line is going to sail first.
I say, I don't know yet.
It's a big question out there. I have a feeling it's going to be like a Royal Caribbean.
Well, wait, you got to limit yourself to the majors, right? Because there'll always be some small cruise line which is like, yo, we're going to give it a shot.
Right. Again, it's only the big three because obviously there was one leaving. I think they were in the Caribbean, which is part of North America. But we're just talking big three. So
you mean the mega yacht thing that didn't go so well?
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
So we definitely want to, keep track of that and be on this journey as we count it down. And along the way, we're going to have tons of new content coming your way.
And I love your flying clocks. I think you need to figure out some way to make the flying clocks go through our live stream.
Ooh.
Like every once in a while, have a clock soar across the screen.
I can probably come up with that.
I like that. I like that.
Definitely. So we should say hello.
Let's say hello. So the Tyler Show, first in the room. Congratulations. We have
Happy New Year.
Dewey Ski. He's at work. He's multitasking at work.
Awesome that you were joining us during your work.
I do that a lot during the day.
Keep you entertained.
I do that a lot. Jonathan Short.
Hello,
and
Jonathan.
The 6 traveling
Happy
shorts.
New Year.
You think there are full 6 traveling shorts, or there's just
how many
Jonathan?
are there joining us today of the shorts?
Like a random thing. Like how many shorts are here today? Najuma Brown. Hello, neighbor.
And Happy New Year.
Yay. We are all here.
We got Jim. Happy New Year to Jim.
Happy New Year. Is it New Year in his time zone? Boy, that was crazy, that New Year's Eve show.
Yes.
It was.
That was our first, extra long one.
An endurance show.
Yes, it was. I would say towards the end, I was getting a little bit sleepy. Not that I don't stay up late, because I definitely stay up super duper late, but it's different when you're talking the whole time. Yeah. And clearly we haven't been out like doing any types of fun things lately. So it's not even like we're used to staying up late and chatting with people and hanging out and doing all the normal things we're doing. So it's definitely was a little weird. It was kind of getting back into shape, getting your jaw back into shape.
Yeah, but it was cool. I liked all our guests. Everybody had good things to say and contribute and all that kind of stuff. It was, and it went fast. That's the fastest 3 hours ever.
It is very true. It's kind of like on here sometimes how fast it goes.
That's what Gilligan's Cruise was supposed to be. 3 hours. It was supposed to just be a 3-hour cruise.
Who's been to Gilligan's Island? Anybody out there been to Gilligan's Island? We have.
We have been to Gilligan's Island. That's so funny.
I know, right?
There are probably some people who have been to Gilligan's Island and they don't really realize it. Yes.
Exactly. It is a smaller kind of island, so you do actually know you're going there because they are very, they tell you that you're actually going to Gilligan's Island because it's not like a major hangout place.
Right. And they didn't actually shoot there. They just use that for B-roll shots.
Yeah, exactly.
As that is Gilligan's Island.
Before it was called B-roll.
Before it was called B-roll. Before Peter McKinnon told us that it was all called B-roll. Right?
Exactly.
Let's see. We got some. What do we got here? There was something I wanted to point out because I had a question.
Dewey said he enjoyed the New Year's show.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's what I wanted to say. So I see Dewey says he has 110 days till the Mississippi cruise.
Oh.
And so do you, and does anybody use those apps on your cell phone where you kind of log your cruises and it has a countdown and you can connect with people through the app and that kind of stuff? Because I've messed around with a couple of them over the course of time. I actually haven't looked at them in months and months and months and months.
I know, exactly.
You know, our May cruise has gotten put off to September.
Mm-hmm.
And
we'll see, like, as they get
put it in
backtracked and stuff. I mean, will that change? I don't know.
I still say we still have an issue there with the CDC and it being a 2-week cruise.
Yeah, I do too.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And we need to say another hello. MGM is in the room.
Bill and Lucy.
Participants in our video.
Yep.
Thank you for participating.
Did a great job.
Yes. And yeah, so those are all the hellos and greetings and kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, so we should tell them where Gilligan's Island is. So if you're
going to make them Google it for a little bit to see if somebody's like,
first
I know where it is.
Do you guys know where it is before I go like spilling the information? Have you guys been there? And do you know where it is? Gilligan's Island.
Where is Gilligan's Island?
Oh, and also he says he does track his Dewey down a little bit.
Shipmate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I definitely have Shipmate. There were a couple other ones. Oh, Vizo's. Oh, well, let's say hello to Vizo before he goes to get in the shower. I'd rather count down to something like I know. Is that like Alonzo?
Yes.
That would, and the beauty
of a countdown.
The beauty of this season is it's actually a short countdown.
Yes.
Like it's like we're under 100 days before Formula One returns.
That's so
how crazy
exciting.
Is that?
I'm so excited.
And I saw on YouTube that Aston Martin, they haven't released any video yet or anything, but they've started the rebranding like as the Formula One team. The Racing Point team.
Okay, that's
so like
cool.
they're like coming Aston Martin and they got cool graphics and stuff, but they don't. I just wish they didn't have Sebastian Vettel as their driver.
See, I like Sebastian. I've liked Sebastian since the beginning. I just think he just didn't have that same.
He's just not a killer.
Yeah, like Lewis. He just didn't. The mindset it was just not there. I think
you want to be a 7-time world champion. You have to be a killer. He's a great driver, but just not my favorite.
And is it Mick Schumacher's coming?
Mick Schumacher, yes.
Mick Schumacher's coming in this year.
I think he's Haas, right?
I think so.
I think he's Haas, which is cool. It is kind of cool that the American team actually has a cool driver, not a wrecker for once.
Right.
Although who knows? Maybe he turns into a wrecker. I
don't know. He did pretty well in
he won the
F2.
championship.
Yeah,
crushed it.
Yeah. But I mean, he also did well. I mean, you can do, there was years where Lewis like won every race and then just with his points, he wasn't winning every race. So you can do different, like in order to get there. Yes, you become the winner, but
so I have a new theory, which I'm putting forward.
This is my
racing news
expertise.
So here's my new theory, because I think the racing gene degrades with generations. Because like Mario Andretti was amazing, like across the board, maybe the best driver ever. And then Michael was okay at certain things, was a great driver, but like, nowhere near what Mario was.
Right.
And then another generation comes and Marco's horrible.
Right. I mean, he obviously
he's horrible.
Okay.
Marco's
he hangs
horrible.
in there.
Anybody who wants to try to defend Marco, throw it up. But
I'm trying to give him some.
Give him some. Yeah. Oh, she's touching my mouse.
We wanted to say hello.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us and Happy New Year.
So is it cold in the morning there today? Because their weather varies widely.
Oh, okay.
Well, first off, they're in the desert, so it gets cold at night.
It does,
and
definitely,
then it gets warmer during the day.
Yes.
But sometimes we were talking about watching live streams at work. Like I play hooky. Like every morning I watch Weekend RVing.
Thank you, Donna,
for
joining us. Yeah.
And so I get their weather forecast every morning.
Oh, okay.
And so okay. So I don't know if it's cold or not there this morning.
How are you guys doing today?
Yes.
Hopefully it's warmed up a little bit.
Well, it's always warm in the afternoon. It's just the mornings.
The morning it's a little chilly. I love it. Like, it's beautiful around there.
So what you got?
They're saying it's 41 now.
Yeah, that's cold. That's actually chilly. Colder than what it is here in New York right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then it's going to go up to 66 as a high.
Okay. So that's more, yeah.
Yeah.
But still beautiful. And like,
I wonder what the temperature is in Winnipeg.
I don't know.
I'm going to say it's colder than 41.
Joining us that can tell us what the temperature is.
Nikki was originally from Winnipeg, and we always use that as a reference point for like cold Canada and what is cold Canada, not like warmer Canada.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony is here.
Happy New Year.
Hello, Happy New Year. Where are you today? Because he's always someplace different.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that he travels a lot.
He does travel a lot. He's always on the. No, he travels locally, and then he goes on road trips all over. Maybe it's for work.
Okay.
Maybe you let us know, Anthony. Are you traveling for work and then you're vlogging your travels, or are you just always on the move? Because he's always somewhere else.
Okay, gotcha.
Always on the move.
That's nice. Keep him busy.
Going. It's 30 degrees in Winnipeg. Somebody Googled it. Donna, thank you for Googling for us.
30 degrees in Winnipeg.
That's like summer in Winnipeg. And we have Alana Zingano. Hello.
How are you today?
Yes, I've turned it into a weather.
Yes, I know exactly. Thing. So Alana, how's your weather today?
Here, more Googling of Winnipeg. Winnipeg is currently 33 with a high of 37.
Nice.
Yes.
This is a balmy day today, but very sunny. Yeah. John M says very sunny. Yes. Oh, and Alana says she's got a little better there. 55 in Dallas.
55 in Dallas.
Okay, a little better.
Maybe we should rebrand. Like, this is the Weather Channel now.
I know, right?
I like weather. I actually watch the Weather Channel.
And it is funny because we normally, like, you will definitely be like looking at the weather all the time, and you are definitely like a mini weatherman. You were wanting to get some kind of thing. We have a lot of trees around us. Like, we have a lot of big trees and stuff. So we wanted to get one of those weather things, but because of the trees, the satellite, it doesn't work very well for our house. But yeah, you love your weather. Weather and racing
37
cars.
37 in New Jersey. Yeah, weather, racing cars, and picking apart multi-generational racing families.
Yeah, 37.
Ooh, you know what? It worked also in the Al Unser family. Al Unser was amazing.
Oh,
Al Jr.
Yeah, that is true.
Al Jr.
So
was
back to racing.
Al Jr. was a pretty legit champion.
Yeah,
and then like Robbie Unser and all the no.
Yeah, they just didn't do it.
Which means I think as the women, they mix the women genes in the family, they get good as racers.
No, oh my God. Funny.
Yes. So cool.
Okay, so Donna M wants to know the temp in Florida.
Donna,
who out there?
You already Googled Winnipeg. Just Google Florida.
And let us know where in Florida, because the north of Florida, if you go to Tallahassee, it's way colder than if you're in Miami or West Palm Beach. So you have very different temperatures within Florida.
It's true. It's a big state.
Yeah, totally. So we thought we would today. We can do a little cruise news. Because there's not a lot going on, because there's not a lot of cruising going on right now. But there is still some things happening. So we always like to keep up to date on what's going on. We are still counting down to 2021's first sailing in North America. So again, follow us along. And those of you who haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. And we're going to have lots of new content coming your way, exciting stuff. So definitely subscribe. Busy. So the first thing is another Carnival cruise ship. It is called Ocean Dream. We don't know, all of the Carnival cruise ships. It was
the whole Carnival world.
Originally built in 1982, and it's gone through multiple cruise lines.
Wow.
But it ended in with Carnival in order to obviously cut their costs due to COVID, obviously, and, redoing things within the company, restructuring things. I'm sure financial balance sheets, it's not working. It's not as effective. So they beached it in India.
In India?
Yes. So those are the two places, I guess. There's India and in Turkey. Yes. So India.
Where they scrap ships?
Yeah, it was beached there. So my question is anybody been on that cruise ship before?
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so now, in addition to the weather, we're branching out. We're up to gas prices.
Oh, okay. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's always an interesting thing, because like, as an example, so for those of you who are not East Coasters of the United States, taxes on gas are huge, like especially like here in New York State.
Yeah.
But then when you get to New Jersey, they have very low taxes on the gas.
I know.
So it's like a little bit of a joke as you get to like kind of the last rest areas on the throughway. There's always this line of cars because people want to fill up their tanks when they could get the cheap gas.
Which we definitely know that, because it's like, whenever we're driving through New Jersey, you're like, hey, let's fill up with some cheap gas.
You got some extra news.
Okay, let's see.
Hasn't been a Carnival ship in decades.
Really? Because they were saying it as a Carnival ship. Ocean Dream is being beached.
Well, maybe it's been one of their other brands or something.
Yeah. But I'd be interested to know that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting that they take them to India also.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Which is very cool. Like, that guess they have a big scrapping place there too.
They make a lot of stuff.
I mean, they do, it would make sense, because if they want to reuse the metals and all those types of things, I would think that, they have a lot of facilities to do that. There are a lot of manufacturing places. They make a lot of furniture. And
clearly don't care about the pollution.
They do not. No.
So let's just melt it down.
It was definitely a little rough there, pollution-wise. Yeah. And
it's such a, we've said it before, beautiful country mixed with smog that you can't possibly believe.
Yeah. So prior to the pandemic, prior to going, I actually bought like N99 masks to go to India.
So let's talk a little bit.
No. I just bought the masks to go to India. Obviously, I still have the N95 mask, but yeah.
How many masks?
It doesn't matter. So okay. Anyways. So cruise ships that are back in service in January, a lot of regional cruise ships. So we got that list. So let's go through some of the list. This is a worldwide, just to kind of see what's going on. We've got Dream Cruises. So I'm going to throw a few out there too, because some of these, being that they're regional cruises, like this one is actually in Taiwan. Now we were in Keelung, which is the cruise port. So
we cruised to Taiwan.
To Taiwan. Yes, we were on Celebrity.
Part of a cruise, yes.
Yeah. But so they have so
it's a different port than where we were.
No, it's in Keelung. That is the port that we actually arrived in.
We liked that port. That little city there was great.
It was so fun. You literally get off the boat and you walk, down like probably, I don't know, like the little walkway
like a quarter mile.
The ship, quarter mile. Yeah. And then you get to this great little shopping area and all these tours. And then at nighttime, because it was an overnight. It
was night market.
Night market was so much fun.
It was cool.
Definitely worth checking out if you guys.
That was.
Who's been to a cruise in Asia?
Asia. That was a surprise though. I wasn't thinking, I was just looking at like, so it stops in Taiwan, and I wasn't really thinking anything about it other than it stops in Taiwan. But then when we stopped in Taiwan, I was like, oh, Taiwan's cool.
Yeah, so we did a couple of days in Taiwan. It was just cruise. So the cruise line is called Dream Cruises.
Okay.
And they're doing regional cruises from 1 to 5 nights, like in the area there. So, again, these are all regional, I'm assuming.
But that's how it's going to start. The little ones are going to experiment and take some chances. And then if it works, the larger ones will be like,
Yeah, exactly. And then so Dream Cruises also has another ship, because hopefully they have a couple of ships. But again, I'm not familiar with Dream Cruises. Do you know them? They look like, nice little ships.
That's not a little ship.
No, capacity like 3,300 people. Like what? Like,
and obviously that's purpose built for them. That's 2017 ship.
Right, exactly. And that one's home ported in Singapore.
Maybe that's an extra thing we need to add to our to-do list.
Yes, check out some of these like Asian cruise lines. So we have Quantum of the Seas, again, still in Singapore, going out. So I showed you that picture. There's some guests in trouble over the holiday cruise. There was a whole bunch of people. Again, there's a lot of regulations still even within these regional cruises that they have to follow when they're on the ship. So we see this picture and there's it looked like 15 or 20 people sitting around in this big gathering together in the stairs. They had a couple pictures in different locations and nobody had their masks on. And I noticed a couple people didn't even have them in their hand, not even they just took it off. So they're in trouble. So they're trouble? Yeah, they're looking.
But what kind of trouble do you get into there?
I don't know. That's kind of interesting.
Like Asian countries, it could be either you're going to jail or you just have to pay them $100 under the table.
Right.
Which version of trouble is that?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh wait, so Alana, this is nice that we have Alana here because now we can get some extra depth to the info.
Yeah.
She's a little familiar with them. They are the other cruise line that has a roller coaster.
Oh, really?
And their coaster is longer than Carnival's.
Get Dream Cruises.
Yeah.
Okay, who knew that other than Alana?
See that? And then Anthony wants to do Quantum.
Yes.
Which, have you been on one of those? We've been on Anthem. Yeah. And those ships are.
It was really beautiful.
It is a great ship, but I have to say, while it's almost a similar size and kind of similar amenities, I did like the Oasis class better.
Oh, yes, definitely. I think it just had a more
different feel.
It definitely was a different. It was
fun.
Park
in the back. Yeah,
it had so many different elements to it, like you said with the park. I
mean, the Quantum class pretty much has all of the things that you would do on an Oasis,
other than zip lining.
No zip lining.
Because I did the zip lining.
She did the zip lining.
Which was so much fun. We've done the zip lining before.
It's in our new little opener.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
We did it in Mexico.
Yeah.
The one that you go into the water, which was so awesome. If you guys want to do an amazing zip lining experience,
I think it's a normal excursion. Cool. What is the place?
Xcaret. Xcaret. Yeah. So
it was so fun.
Yeah, and because it goes into the water, I think that's what it was.
It ends
it ends in the water.
You get off, it comes splash down into the water.
Exactly, which was
it was a ton of fun.
This is fun.
Yes.
Yeah, especially after it's 1,000 degrees, you definitely want to be splashing into the water.
So Anthony's been on the Oasis. Yes, we've been on Oasis too.
Yeah,
we loved Oasis.
Love it?
Loved Oasis.
What was your favorite part of Oasis?
And Jonathan, I like Carnival Dream class better than their fantasy class. Okay.
And now, what is it that you like better about it?
Yeah,
because we don't know much about Carnival.
Us. Yeah, we got to learn Carnival.
We want to learn. So tell us about it.
Yeah.
And so we've got TUI Cruises. Okay, again, who knows this cruise line? Alana. So they're doing this is a Spanish cruise line.
Yeah.
I did hear about them and I know that they are Spanish cruise. Other than that, I really know nothing about them. We've seen some of these cruise lines when we've been in ports in Europe and stuff, but so their home port is Las Palmas, Spain, and they're doing 7 to 14 night cruises, which they're going to a couple of cool locations. Their boats actually look like celebrity boats with the blue bow. Yeah. So kind of, or the blue
belt line all the way up to the belt line.
Which is blue. Kind of, they look really pretty.
Neat.
So they're actually sailing as well. Again, these are all starting in January.
We got some
staggered cruises.
So Viso, I believe we're talking about royal ships there. Some of those older ships. Those are cool.
Mariner and Navigator. Everybody does have their favorite ships.
It is interesting how people have their favorite ships, right?
Hearing what makes people's favorite ships their favorite ships too.
looking to get on the Mardi Gras.
When are you now? Have you booked your cruise on the Mardi Gras? And like, what travel dates are you going to be going on?
It's in 110 days.
Oh,
earlier. Don't you remember we were talking? I don't know.
Oh, that was Jonathan, the Mardi Gras.
Oh, was it? Oh,
I don't think he was saying that.
It wasn't. You're right.
No.
You're right. Okay. So good question.
Yeah. So, and then he says,
Fantasy Class is Carnival's oldest and smallest ships.
Okay.
Dewey was the one who was going.
Okay, so he's heard of TUI, but he's not. And he really like to try Celebrity and Regent doing Azamara.
Azamara.
Azamara, like Azamara
is one of our questions, like, because for us, we find that Celebrity is like that perfect balance of like luxury, amazing food, but the people are still young and the shows are great and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like it still has good energy.
So,
and we kind of wonder if Azamara maybe gets a little too much of the more mature crowd.
Right. So you can let us know. Is it like, what balance is it? Do you find?
Well, he's talking about doing it. He hasn't done it yet.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Marinette and Navi.
Both amazing ships.
Yes, amazing ships.
Yeah.
Nice typos. There's no autocorrect to blame it on.
Exactly.
Those are like real typos.
Yeah. I do that too, though. It's like,
end of July. I think I say end of July. He has a viable chance of actually getting on a cruise ship.
Yeah, I think
having
so too.
a good job.
Yes, definitely.
Mardi Gras, October 30th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're the October.
Well, he's going on the Mardi Gras. Is that a different ship?
Oh, the Mardi Gras. That's true. That might be another one. You're right.
Oh, and Blaine has joined the room. Hello, Blaine.
Hello, Blaine. Happy New Year.
Hello. You were on for like 100 hours last night. I was working on videos, and I could see out of the corner of my every once in a while, like refresh the channels, the subscriptions, and I see 20 people live, 18 people live, 30 people, like all night.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
He was on like all night.
So his favorite.
Let's see.
Right now, my favorite is Holland America.
Only because I've not been on many other. Holland America fits your style.
Okay.
When I'm traveling solo.
Okay. Now, what about it is good for solo travelers? Because that would be great for people to know what makes it, because there are solo travels out there. And I know some cruise lines, unfortunately, kind of ding people in terms of pricing when they're solo travelers for cabins, which I don't really agree with that. People should be able to get the same pricing to some degree.
You do, except if you're the cruise line and you're selling out all your spots,
right?
Why do you want to sell a room for half price?
That's true.
It's hard. It's like a business question. Like you don't want to be mean or not treating solo travelers well, but at the same time, how much do you want to cut the amount of revenue you have for the same services?
That's true. I mean, maybe they make smaller cabins, which would be great for a solo traveler. I'm sure they'd prefer a little smaller cabin compared to paying maybe double the price,
which works great until the day you don't have enough solo travelers to book all the.
That's true. Yeah. The businessman is thinking about it all.
I'm good at that part. So yes, Azamara is supposed to be amazing. For those who don't know and aren't familiar with the Royal Caribbean Celebrity thing, Royal is like the basic family one, and then I'm just summarizing it. Celebrity is like the fancier, a little more expensive, upscale, and then Azamara are small, very, very upscale.
Yeah, more upscale than a Celebrity.
And they also just have some extra adventure ships, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. So now 208 days, 21 hours, and 3. Okay, Jonathan Short is counting it
down to the minutes.
That's
good
awesome.
For you. That's so cool. That's exciting, though. That's one of the beauties of this thing, counting it down.
Yeah,
and thinking about it.
Yes. And Vizel says that it is a green ship, it's the green ship. It's not the grass ship or the gras. I'm confused.
She's confused.
I'm confused.
It's reasonably priced, although not the cheapest. The entertainment, awesome. Yeah, I certainly am a big believer in value. I don't necessarily want the cheapest. I don't want to waste money. but I don't mind spending some extra money if you get like a cultural experience and a great atmosphere and that kind of stuff.
Which I think too is where you get with the National Geographic ships and the celebrity ships in like Galapagos and stuff. You get a different level.
See, now, have you looked at National Geographic? I mean, I've heard it's a little like the Disney ships. Like everybody says, the Disney experience is unbelievable, amazing,
even if you don't have kids. Apparently.
They say the same thing about National Geographic, like it is bizarrely amazing, but I also heard it's bizarrely expensive.
Yeah, I think it is to a degree. I think because you are paying for the name national, and you get like
great guides. Yes, and
that's what you're paying for.
Be like
Which didn't you have? You had somebody.
I have a client who swears by it. Goes on them all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
and loves it.
You know, maybe someday we'll try.
But I mean, I also have clients who love crystal cruises.
Right.
Like I have clients who are like, I won't go on anything other than a crystal cruise. Now, to me, it's one of those stupid things to say without doing it. But like to me, a crystal cruise sounds like, outside of amazing food and a really comfy bed and a snooze fest.
Yeah, I think it's a little too, like, I think that's like way further on the other side. Like it to me, again, we could be wrong and you guys could correct us, but it just seems to me like even the pictures I see, it looks like everybody is like 80 on the boat and they're there, and which is fine because it's great that they should have
a place to go and do the things they want and spend the money they want. There's no reason it shouldn't be there. I mean, it seems like a great thing, but it just seems not our place yet.
Right, because there's lots of board games and stuff. There's not like nobody's doing like cruise or nobody's doing like pool games.
One day when you're wheeling me around in a chair.
Exactly. Exactly. But I mean, I love that they have that they have cruises that are designed for older people and they accommodate them.
We were talking about this the other day, the liquefied natural gas.
Yes, exactly. Which is like cool. They built that cruise port because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, okay. You got 3 of them this
nice.
Summer.
That is so cool.
How many are we up to, Dewey? How many
and are you going in and out of New York at all where we can say hi and get together?
Yeah. Because you seem like you're going
moving around enough.
At
some point, you got to be going through New York City here.
Yeah. It would be definitely great to meet you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that's really an open invitation for anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we'd love to meet you guys. It's been, now that we've been a number of months.
Once we have a couple shots.
Exactly. And as we're driving around too, we'll be meeting up with people too. So
Anthony's looking to go on a crystal cruise.
Okay.
But I think Anthony's looking to go on a crystal cruise to find a sugar mama.
Oh, that could
Which sounds like a decent angle.
Mm-hmm.
That just came to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also do you tell us a little bit about like in terms of what makes it great for a solo cruiser, the Holland America. I'd still love to know that.
Disney's amazing.
Yeah, meet the characters. Much better than the parks. That's what we've heard. Definitely, it is like everything. The whole experience is supposed to be like spectacular.
We seem to have I guess it's like a generic thing with cruisers. Like we also have friends who do nothing but Disney and keep trying to get us to go on Disney with them.
Yes.
So we're in New York.
Yeah, we're not far out of Manhattan.
We're on Long Island.
Yeah, but we literally, on a non-busy day would make it into the city in 30 minutes. Yeah. So we're close.
Yep.
And love to meet you if you're ever coming through New York for anything. I mean, even meet you in the city.
1,000%.
We'll go meet anybody in the city. It's close. So we're totally
now you're getting
love
a little
to.
Crazy lady.
He's joking.
She loves the city.
I do. I lived in the city for 10 years.
Any excuse she has to go to the city. She's let's go to the city. I miss
my city.
Let's see. So what's Dewey saying? So far, don't have any cruises out of New York. Would love to get a chance for the sail away alone.
Yeah. So New York, you have 2 options. You have Manhattan Port, and then you have New Jersey.
I thought of something when we were discussing this just the other day when I was looking at images to make the new opening thing. There are actually 3 because technically Brooklyn is a different cruise port. Oh, because you can sail out of Brooklyn.
Okay.
I was looking at our video where where we were on, was it Celebrity or was it on Anthem when we went and did a little loop around the
Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, the Statue of Liberty. And I'm looking and I'm like, there's another cruise ship parked. I'm like, oh, they're parked in Brooklyn. I forgot you can leave out of Brooklyn. I totally
forgot that. Totally.
So it's like airports.
Right. We got a lot of stuff going on.
We got 5 airports, and I guess we have 3 cruise terminals.
I mean, when you have like 12, 13 million people here, you got to have the accommodations for it.
Yeah. So let's see if we can catch up a little bit.
So let's see. Yeah.
Let's see. We had that. We got
Don't
that.
have any out of New York yet. There are a lot of solar cruisers, so you don't feel like the fifth wheel. Plenty of opportunities to meet interesting people, and the event offerings are suitable. That's really awesome. Nice. I really love hearing that because, there's a lot of people that can't always find somebody to go with or don't want to. They just want to be able to go when they want to go and be able to do that.
It's even like a problem math-wise, like with the kids.
Yes, exactly.
Because we traveled with one of our daughters, and it's like you have to get an entire cabin for your one daughter who you love so much, but like it seems like a lot of money for one cabin, so it makes a lot of sense. Lana says cruising out of New York it is so.
Now, so Alana, have you been out of both or 3 of the cruise ports?
Yeah.
And which one do you like better? Because they're definitely different in terms of traffic and stuff.
Now, I don't know, do they count as ports? Because basically you just have piers all along the west side. So like NCL has their own place and Carnival.
They call it a port too because, I think it's still called a port because you still have excursions. Like people who are coming, say even the Manhattan one, they have excursions pre-cruise, they have excursions post-cruise, and then they take them to the airport. So I think it's definitely still a port.
Yeah, Anthony, I'm with you, but they are actually trying to make it a little more trafficky so people use mass transit. They are doing nothing to try to make it less they just want to make it difficult to drive around, so you take trains, buses,
exactly. Yeah.
Whatever mass transit.
Hello,
Rachel. How are you?
Happy New Year.
We were looking at your site a little bit last night, hiking all over the place.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so
doing lots of great stuff.
Maybe meet up at RV parks. Yeah. Absolutely.
We can figure that out for sure.
When we clicked over the first of the year, I was like, okay, we got to start making arrangements to get the RV back out on the road.
Exactly.
Like the time's getting there.
Getting close.
And they love, I'm assuming that's NCL. Oh, no, it could be Disney
Cruise Line.
Even with no kids.
But I'm not opposed to try other lines. I had a lot of fun on Royal as well. Looking forward to Mardi Gras and Horizon.
NCL Breakaway. We've done Breakaway.
Yeah. Because I mean, we would go. We've heard so much about Disney now. Like we're saying, we'd go without the kids. Because I mean, the kids, one's in college, one's working full time. So it's a little different life now, without the kids. We'll still be going with us sometime, but it's a little different. We can, do that.
So Alana has only sailed out of Manhattan before.
Oh, and it was Disney.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's a great place for it.
I'm pretty sure I saw the Disney ship in Brooklyn.
Oh, did you? Now,
or it could have been a Holland America ship too. Okay. They're dark also, right?
Well, she knows if she was out of Manhattan.
Well, they could go out of the 2 places. They don't have to necessarily all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Love seeing Ellis Island and Lady Liberty sailing out of New York.
And they get, they get like close enough that you can get
and they
like
stop
a great,
and let you get a photo or 2 on the way out.
So my tip, because I'm going to share as I've been a Manhattan girl for a lot of years, is if you're ever in the city, there's a lot of ways to get to Lady Liberty other than doing the traditional cruise, or the traditional little boat. Tour. Yeah, it kind of goes there. If you're not interested in getting off at Ellis Island, you just want to see Statue of Liberty, you can take the ferry from Manhattan to Staten Island. You don't even have to get off the ferry. You can stay on the ferry and just do a round trip back. Now, I do believe you have to get off the ferry, go around, come off, get up, come back off. Yeah, that's what we did with the kids, or I did with the kids. I took them. They loved it. We just rode the ferry, and you get really close to it, and you don't have to wait in the crazy lines to go on the boat to see this, the Statue of Liberty up close, unless, like I said, you want to get off.
I think you've left out one of the most interesting part of that tip.
What's that?
Isn't that free?
It's free. Oh, it's free. Yes. And it's free.
It's free
things to do in Manhattan.
It's free. After the whole Spider-Man incident and it split apart and Spider-Man had to pull it, they decided to discount it and make it free.
Yeah.
Yes. My favorite port so far is New Orleans.
Oh,
it is, and that is one of our we need to do things. Yeah. We have not made it to New Orleans. I cannot believe we have been.
And one of his best friends lived in New Orleans. At that time, you just didn't make it there. You guys did other stuff.
Go now, Anthony. Yeah. We were saying in our last live stream, we drove through Times Square on like the eve before Christmas and just like, drove right through.
Like, this is so crazy.
But we got a new hello, Fisher Fun Ventures.
Oh, hi. Happy New Year. Welcome.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. It's a new name.
Yes. What state are you in? Where are you? Love to hear more.
Let's see. Next few years sailing out of New Orleans, Seattle, Trieste? Where's Trieste? Vancouver,
Spain, maybe?
Melbourne, Galveston, Fort Lauderdale, Miami,
and Southampton.
All right.
Any transatlantics? Who's done transatlantics? Alana, I'm putting this out to you. Have you done
repositioning?
A repositioning transatlantic cruise.
They always look so enticing.
They do
because they're so cheap.
They are so cheap. It's
cheap.
Oh my God, this is like so cheap. I just don't know.
I just know if I could do that many days in a row.
Yes, at sea. Yes, I'd be.
I love sea days.
Yeah, but 5, 6 is a lot.
Interspersed between other activities.
Yeah.
I don't know if I. Well, obviously, it's a beautiful place to be in a great. It's like being stuck in a great, amazing hotel in Las Vegas for 5 days. Not the worst thing in the world.
No,
but I don't know if after 3 days I'd be like, well, so what are we going to do now?
Right. Exactly.
Let's see. Vizo's trip out of New York was Disney
as well. Yeah.
He's actually Kona,
right
K-O-N-A.
K-O-N-A. He's named after
Hawaii, an area in Hawaii. Yep. Actually, coffee in Hawaii, which we fell in love with.
Oh, and he is the perfect Kona.
Yes. So he's busy licking us over here.
Okay, so Anthony he sailed out of Bayonne, yeah, which they have that cruise port.
The new one?
Yes, they have it functioning like so well. It runs so smoothly.
But so that's a little bit the
cruise
female perspective.
Oh,
because as the male, I have to park the car.
Yes.
And they do not seem to have built their parking garage large enough for when they have multiple ships going in.
Yes.
Multiple times I've had to park out in the parking lot.
That's true. Unless we got there at like 9 a.m. or something.
No, I think it depends on how many ships. Like if you get there, like if you're, let's say, on the Celebrity ship and you get there right after 4,000 people just left on Anthem of the Seas, your chances of parking are slim.
Yes, exactly.
Again, not the worst thing in the world, but
so we have sailed out of Bayonne. Yes, Bayonne. We've sailed out of Bayonne a number of times.
And I kind of like the old Bayonne when they were in like a warehouse, looked like at a World War II warehouse.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Oh, we did that. Oh, is that the one that we went out of in Venice?
Well,
we sailed out of Venice.
We did sail out of Venice. No, we were out of Venice. But I don't know. You can tell us if
it's so fun taking a water taxi from your hotel to go to your cruise. It is awesome. You'll love that if that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You will definitely love that.
You can rent a private taxi, which we did, and they kind of did a little bit more
of a tour
and stuff for us.
Let's see. Sea days are his favorite. He would love to try transatlantic.
Yeah, you definitely.
I would think it'd be so cool.
Yeah, I think.
Important stuff. Get the hell out.
Oh,
there's no way our Giants. You missed my joke. I was gonna throw down when you were ending your live stream. Kona had just jumped up on one of the chairs on the other side of the table, and I'm waiting for him to knock the camera over.
Kona.
Thanks, Anthony. That's hysterical. But I was going to say, my Giants, I believe, play even worse than the Syracuse football team. Now for those of you who aren't familiar with Syracuse, Syracuse University, amazing basketball, a lot of other amazing sports. Football, not so much. But so, yes, and Giants, not so much great football either. What you got, hon?
Okay.
I see you getting ready to click.
So they're in Florida.
You continue the conversation while I try to rescue the dog before he knocks over the camera.
He is like, I'm like thinking he's ready to get on the table or something like that. So that's awesome that you're like near the cruise ports too. So do you do a lot of cruising? So you do lots of fun adventures, I see, but do you do land travel or do you do cruising? We do both. So I'd be interested to learn a little bit about you guys. Let's see what we got, Jonathan. There's always something to do and to show. Go to the shops and eat, go to the pool, hot tub, sleep in your room, rope course, basketball. Yes, absolutely. There is, especially depending on how big the boat it is and what types of activities on board, there could be a zillion things. Like, could you imagine doing like a 5-day at sea on Oasis or Allure or Harmony?
You have a great time.
You would have a zillion things to do.
You have a great time.
Absolutely.
But it harkens back to our same thing a little bit with like the private islands. Like, it's just in general not our style. Like, we're not like sit on the beach vacation. So like, when we have a sea day mixed in every once in a while, I'll go sit by the pool for a couple hours, have a drink, and hang out. But I can't do it every day. It's just not my style. I'll go play ping pong every day.
Right.
I'll challenge anyone to ping pong.
We got to have more activities and stuff going on, definitely, for sure.
Yes.
He flies into Vegas or into Venice for a couple of days, then shuttle over to about 45 minutes, I think, on a cruise day. Okay. So the airport is definitely, so you have, Venice Island.
She loves Venice.
One of my favorite cities. I've been like, I don't know, 5-6 times, something like that.
Only once for one honeymoon.
Yes.
With a very pretty blonde.
Only once for you. But yeah, you basically fly into the airport. Oh,
goodbye. Thanks for coming,
joining us.
And thanks for sharing the info. It is great having you here.
Yes, totally. Have a great day. So you fly into Venice and then you basically take a water taxi to get to Venice Island, because the airport is basically on, you would say mainland kind of thing, or you can go to Lido or Murano or wherever you want to go. But it's very cool arriving, and you take your taxi by boat.
So now this is, here. So this was one of the more interesting experiences in my life as a couple.
Yes.
Like, so a couple years ago, we're up to NFL here for a little bit. So a couple of years ago, I walk in the living room and she's watching the NFL draft. And I'm like, she watches when we get to the playoffs. She'll watch playoff football.
Like playoffs,
During the season, she's not like super into watching as much. But I'm like, my wife is watching the NFL draft and asking me to sit down and watch the NFL draft with her. And I'm like, it just struck me what an amazing marketing juggernaut the NFL is. They've got you watching the draft.
Yes.
And that was the one where we watched the Giants draft the wrong quarterback.
Yeah. And then the year that they drafted Andrew Luck, which goes back a few years ago, I was very into that year as well, because we did the football pool.
Sweetie, he's already retired. That's a lot of years
I know, but
ago.
he didn't. No, it's not that long ago. He didn't play for very. He didn't play for very long. But thanks for that little.
What was that? Wasn't it?
So it was very weird. Yeah.
Yeah, but so our defense is working. See, I got to be a Giants fan back in the days of Lawrence Taylor. So I'm really into the Giants busting some heads on defense. Yes. Let's see what we got. You can't tag. Hello.
She's saying hello. Nude Cruises is saying hello to Jonathan and Shauna.
Fisher's Fun Ventures, we do all kinds of travel, from cruising to theme parks to day trips. Awesome. Nice. Very cool. That's awesome. Very cool. What region of the country are you in?
They're in Florida.
They're in Florida. I missed that. Okay.
Yes. Oh, yes. You were getting caught. Okay. So, yes, they're in Florida near the cruise ports.
Cancun champion ping pong.
Oh, he would love that.
I have a cruise ping pong story, which is...
He would love to take on a champion.
Yeah, I beat a 12-year-old girl from
She was like
Sweden,
the actual
was she like
champion.
Sweden or Norway?
Yeah, it was
she
like
was
this
crazy.
Thing she was on the cruise ship. I'm like, why are you playing with a 12? What is going on? Because I think I was doing something else, and I come back, and you and Elizabeth are playing and
fighting for my life against a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm still trying to determine where I can stay in Venice. Any suggestions?
So my suggestion is pick a, I don't know what your budget is, but if your budget affords it, pick a hotel along the Grand Canal. So you can walk out of your hotel and you're right along the walkway along the river. You can walk to San Marcos Square. There are definitely the hotels along the Grand Canal are a little more expensive, but if your budget affords it, I would say do that. It is easy to get around. You can still take right as you're outside of, the hotel. There's like a little walkway promenade, and you also have the ferry boats right there, so you can still take them to other places down longer on the Grand Canal. So if you want to go like a mile down the Grand Canal, you can still do that, stop at other places.
Assuming it's not flooded that day.
Yeah, exactly. You can go to the Lido Bridge and go the Rialto Bridge and go over to other islands. Definitely do that.
Great place to cruise.
The Danielle Hotel, that's we stayed, but it's it's very costly. But if you can, like I said, pick one of those, like in that area. It'll be a great decision.
So cool, waking up and looking out
and
over the
being
Grand
out
Canal.
on our balcony and stuff.
Yeah,
it was
awesome,
amazing, and perfect location.
Let's see. Yeah, go to the Danielle Hotel.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And actually, I was a little bit joking about the flooding, because I watch my engineering shows all the time on Discovery Channel and stuff. And I think they're building a new system to kind of reduce the flooding.
Yeah, so they've been definitely working on that because they have to. It flooded again recently.
It's one of those interesting experiences, though, because you walk into the hotel and it's like a normal tide, and you just walk in off the street, and then you'll go out a couple of hours later when the tide is coming, and they assemble all these
little
they
platforms.
They remind me of risers when you're in elementary school and you're going to you're in the chorus and you got to walk up on so they put these risers up so you can walk around and not have to walk in a foot of water because everything just floods. It's
and we just kind of we were there was only a little bit. One day they had put those out because the tide had risen, but it wasn't a whole flood when we were there.
Is it the Hotel Danielle?
Yes. Danielle, yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
I did not make those arrangements.
Yeah.
The Traveler did that.
Yes. Definitely.
But I would highly recommend that.
Absolutely.
That was a great
definitely. And so let's get back to some of these other cruise lines that are
you
going
got
out.
5 minutes left.
Exactly, because I want to know if anybody cruises these as well. So we know we have some MSC cruises coming to the U.S., but they're obviously they have been cruising during the pandemic. There was obviously a halt in all cruises around the world for a while, but then a lot of them got back out. And so now they are also, some of their other ones are restarting. So they have one going out January 10th, and that's going out of Genoa, Italy, MSC. They've got another one going out February 14th, MSC out of Genoa. And then you got Costa Cruise Lines.
I think MSC ships are pretty.
Yeah,
I like the shape of it.
Yeah, they are very cool.
Yeah.
So I think
the new ones.
So I want to know if any of you guys have done these
MSC's
other.
Some people might have done MSC.
Right, because we go to Europe and we do celebrity. We haven't done Royal in Europe. We've only done Celebrity. So I'd be interested to know.
Is that true? Every trip we've done 3 trips on Celebrity.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And AIDA, they are also have a number going out in Spain. So you've got a bunch of those. And then here's another one. It's called Hagpa Lloyd Cruises. Who out of Tenerife, Spain? Who knows that cruise line? Tenerife.
Yes.
That would be like on Me on an Amazing Race, where they read out the name and you're like, oh wow, you just butchered.
Who watches
name.
Amazing Race?
That's me.
She does a lot of amazing.
But so, have any of you guys been on these cruise lines, or do you stick to more North American cruise lines?
Somebody's been on MSC.
MSCs, they've got to, and even Acosta, I would think.
You got to go to Europe to be on Acosta.
Right. Here's another one.
What?
This one here. Can you say that one?
Are you wanting me to pronounce that?
Aranui? Aranui?
Yeah, Aranui. Tahiti.
Out of Tahiti. Coral Expeditions. They're heading out. The True North Cruises out of Australia, which we did hear that they were, just for people around Australia. But there's a lot of Asuka Cruises out of Japan.
Okay.
And we've got another one out of Japan, Mitsui.
I want to go to Japan so bad.
Venus Cruises. That's for Japan. Like, come on. There is so many different cruise lines, right?
Yes, there definitely are. Viso. Loves Amazing Race.
Oh, you did.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should put your audition tape on YouTube.
Oh, that you should, definitely.
Or share it during one of your live streams.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I think that would be totally fun. We've talked about that. I actually could not for a long time because I was still a Canadian citizen, and you have to be American citizen.
So maybe we should do it again now.
Yeah, we should try that.
They don't like Canadians?
No. It's because when they're working with passports and visas and stuff, they have to just deal with uniform. Yeah. Exactly. It gets a little crazy. So Jonathan, he says he knows about this. Owns tons of ship containers in the U.S. Thought they were only a ship container. So let's see. They say here, because I'm like, wow, this is a little crazy, all of these.
Well, so sweetie.
Yes, it's almost that time.
Yeah, so why don't
Germany.
Why don't
capacity 230 people.
What do we got going on this week?
So we have lots of things coming up. So you have to stay tuned because
I know for myself that I've already done, and they're in the can, ready to go. We have a short of my LEDs going crazy.
Yes.
So I tested out for a company on Amazon. I tested it out, some LEDs that
he installed in the trailer,
and it was like cracked me up so much. So I made a short out of it, and then on Thursday I have like the full video of how do you turn your RV into like a full rave bar looking place. It was
rave. You guys out there, your RVs, you want to know how to turn it into a rave?
Drive your wife crazy.
No further.
It was so fun. I had so much fun. Okay.
Yeah, so
that's Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday. Okay.
Sunday 1 o'clock. We're live.
Sunday at 1 o'clock, and we will also have some other things coming up along the week. So make sure
other things
that you stay with us.
You're going to be melting that video board.
Yes, exactly. We got lots of stuff because we are counting down to Cruising 2021 in North America. Who's going to leave first? Which cruise ships it going to be? And from where?
I'm still no closer to my guess after this whole conversation.
Yeah. Does anybody have any guesses?
Royal. I'm inclined to say Royal.
That's what I said.
Because I hear they're way out ahead in terms of their preparation for this stuff.
Right.
So yes, so we want to say thank you to everybody for coming and spending this time and commenting. And I don't have any Giants updates yet, but I'll have to go in the other room and
see what's going on with the Giants.
Make some sort of good snack food and watch some
racing. We're out of racing right now.
But the countdown's on for racing. We're under 100 days before the cars hit the track. Yeah. So I'll have a racing update next week.
Right.
Okay.
But so we will see you soon.